And now I want to welcome you guys again, get to our topic that we're going to be talking about tonight. If anybody has a question, just take yourself off mute because I'm not really paying attention to the chat. Feel free to interrupt me, but I'm just gonna, I get this question all the time. I get people that, want to be added to my free groups to see what I'm doing, or ask me questions about my free groups to see what I'm doing. And, that we have the existing training, right? The free group self-paced training. Hopefully most of you guys have gone through that. That was based upon a live training that we did last year, I think at the beginning of last year. So it's been over a year and we just turned it into a self-paced training. That one, we didn't really cover clean eating, and I've started running clean eating groups. I know a lot of people still run the fitness groups, and I did for a long time. And those are cool. Those are, you could create a 30-day fitness program. You can just Google, free 30-day fitness programs, and you could just give them a workout program every single day. I know a lot of coaches still do that. I mean, that's a great thing. But what I wanted to go over tonight was specifically how I'm doing my clean eating groups. And I'm calling it my real food challenge because everybody's got a clean eating group, right? So I call it my 10-day real food challenge. And I've been running them for, probably 6 months. And it's working out really well. I'm getting a lot more people who want to join, and I'm getting a lot more engagement. So that's why I keep doing it. So let me start by sharing my screen. And okay, let's see. Everyone can see my screen, right? Yes. Jody, I can see you. Give me a thumbs up. All right. So this is not the screen we want to look at. Not that one either. Okay. Here, this is my like page. So I always create it on my like page. Now, I would say, I always tell my coaches, like, if you've never done a free group before, start with just posting it on your timeline, right? Start by inviting all your warm market, your friends and your family, you could even create an event, you could market it that way. But I don't really do that anymore. I go after the cold market, right? So in order to do that, I do it through Facebook advertising. I do it from my like page. If you guys don't have a like page, I would say take 5 minutes and set one up. It's super simple. You can start posting on it every day. I don't do a lot with my like page, but I do use it for advertising. I make it look lived in. I post on it several times a week. I try to post on it every day, but I'm basically, I just use it for my advertising. So here is my ad. You can see this is the ad. So what I do is, if I'm running a 10-day group, you could run a 7-day clean eating group. Some people run 5-day clean eating groups. If you were doing a free fitness group or a free whatever group, let's say mine's 10 days. So I want it to end on the 1st of the month. Why do I want it to end on the 1st of the month? Because my goal is to hit Success Club 5 the first week of every month, and Success Club 10 by the second week of every month. That's my goal. That's what I've done for the past 2 years, and the way I do that is I create my calendar and I work backwards, right? So I have a 10-day free group, so it's going to end on the 1st. So therefore I need to start it on whatever day, the 15th or the 20th, whatever day that is. I guess it's the 20th or the 21st this month. So what I would do is I would create this ad, right? And pretty much I just kind of tweak it every single month, and I create the same one, and I use the same picture. I just took a picture of real food and I modified it to put real food challenge on it, and I put my website on the bottom of it, and that's it. No complicated pictures, not a lot of words, right? Because Facebook, they don't reject your pictures anymore. They used to reject your ad if it had more than 25% text. They don't do that anymore. They just, the more text you put on it, the less reach that you're going to get, right? So if you want more reach, make sure you keep your text under 25% of the picture, right? So you can see mine is maybe 10% of the picture. Now, let me show you this ad. So yeah, I guess I created it right there on August 17th, and it reached, okay, now this was a boost. Now I do two things. One, I will boost it. I will just click on this boost button, okay? Like, you know, whenever you make a post on your like page, you'll have this boost button, okay? Watch, let me just click on this. Basically, I do people who like my page and their friends. It's just, that's the only thing I would recommend using the boost button for, you know, because, you know, like Facebook, you know, if you post something on your timeline, only, you know, very few friends see it, right? Unless you get a lot of engagement on it, and then it goes out to more friends. Same thing with a like page. Only very few people who like your page will see it when you post something on there, unless people start you know, liking, commenting, sharing it, and then you're going to get, you know, that Facebook affinity, and it's going to grow, right? So that way, if you want every single person to see it who liked your page and their friends, you got to boost it. You got to pay money. Facebook is a business, guys. So you got to pay money. So how much money? Depends on how many friends that have liked your page, or how many people that liked your page. Okay. So I have, like, I don't know, 3,000 people or something that like my page. So see right down here where it says $10. So I can see that $10 will do 990 to 2,600 people, right? Facebook estimates that for me. So let's say I have 3,000 people. So, you know, what I conservatively would do is 2,000 to 5,000, right? So 20 bucks. So boom, you click boost and you're done. That's it. That's how simple Facebook advertising can be. Okay. Let me exit out of here. So go back to my ad. So by just boosting it for 20 bucks, I got 11,000 people to reach it, to see this. Okay. 11,000. So that's pretty good. And the reason, I guess, the reason that it was like way more than they estimated of that 5,000 is because, look, I got 274 people that liked this post or loved it, okay? And I got 24 people that shared it. And that's freaking amazing, right? I mean, I'm advertising a free 10-day challenge, and 24 people shared it that I don't know. Okay, you can see also that I had 62 people comment on this. Okay, now remember I told you the boost is only the one step that I do. I also do a targeted Facebook ad at my market. Okay, now if you guys aren't familiar with ads, I'm just going to walk you through it real quick. Okay, basically I can go, you click that little arrow at the top, go create ad. Okay. All right, the type that you want is boost your post. All right, so you can name the campaign whatever you want. I typically will call it like my August, you know, real food challenge, you know, and the next one will be my September real food challenge, you know. Okay, so typically, you know, I always do the United States. You could do Canada. If you're in Canada, you could do United States and Canada if you want. I pick an age range closer to me, you know, and I would suggest that you guys do that too. So maybe I will pick, you know, let's say 30 to 45. And then, you know, if you're a woman, maybe you just want to target women. You know, I typically will target men and women, but, you know, in these food challenges, most, you know, I'll tell you 90% are women. So if you just want to target women, that's fine. And you can look at your estimated reach over here. So, you know, right now I'm looking at 32 million people. Well, I don't want to target 32 million people, right? So you want to target people who might be interested, right? So, typically what I will do is like here. So it kind of pre-populates with things that I've done before where, I target people who are interested in whole food, right? I target people who like Trader Joe's or Sprout Market or Fresh Market or Wegmans. Maybe, let's see. So I'm sure that brings it down to, okay, now we're down to 5 million, right? And what I'll always do is I will exclude, because I don't want Team Beachbody coaches, so I will always exclude Team Beachbody, right? So I will select all these things to exclude, and then just do it again, Team Beachbody. People who are interested in it, So then you can also narrow it further. So let's say I want people who like any of these whole food grocery stores, but also they must be interested in losing weight, So maybe Weight Watchers. Okay, you can see Weight Watchers has 10 million people are interested in Weight Watchers. But when you combine that with all my other criteria, you can see that I'm down to 1.7 million. Okay, so that's getting more reasonable, right? So, you can go after your niche. Like if you are, a horse person, you might want to target people who are into horses in addition to, as an additional criteria, right? To just try to narrow it down a little further. So anyway, I come down here. Okay, mobile news feed you want, Instagram, I don't care about, right? Because especially with my ads, yeah, it'll show up on Instagram, but if people on Instagram are liking and commenting on it, I'm not gonna see it on my Facebook page. So why pay for Instagram? So whack that. I also whack the right column. No one on Facebook looks at the right column except for newbies, right? We're just trained to ignore that right column. So the only thing that I'm going to pay for is the news feed and the mobile feed. Then, it's defaulting me to $11 a day. That's fine. Make sure you set an end date because you don't want this to run continuously, right? So you just pick an end date. It'll always set a month out, but I always run mine for like 3 days, right? So I'll start it on like a Wednesday and then I'll run it to, Friday. People don't really check, their ads on the weekends. They don't really check their Facebook on the weekends, right? So I don't run ads over the weekend. I run it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right? So if I wanted to do Friday, I could do, let's say until 11:23 at night. And if I started it right now at $11 a day, that's $22, right? It's nothing, right? So you guys can set how much you're willing to spend. You can see right there the reach, the estimated daily reach. And then obviously you're going to get a lot bigger reach if you are getting shares, likes, and comments, right? So then you hit continue. Let's see, I think I can hit continue. It's going to show me what it looks like. You're going to see these marked out. Everything else is basically the same. And then I could do place order, and I would have placed the order. So it's that simple, guys, right? And then, can't go there yet. So then it's going to, you're going to start getting all that traffic and the likes and comments back on the ad. And then let me go back to the ad just so that I can show you what I do to follow up. Oh, also, I've got the stats pulled up. Okay, so here was my ad, right? The one that I actually ran, the targeted ad, with the Whole Foods, right? You can see that ad that I paid $50 for reached nearly 8,000 people, and basically I paid 18 cents an engagement. So 18 cents, that's pretty good, If you are, less than 20 cents an engagement, your ad is doing good, You don't want to pay 50 cents an engagement or $1 an engagement. That means your picture is bad, your text is bad, something. But if you can get it around 10 cents, or under 20 cents, that's really good. I spent $12 a day, $50 bucks. That's it. And you can see the engagement graph there. Okay, let me go back to my page, scroll down to my ad. Now let me show you what I do. Now, somebody said, now they have trouble getting people like into their group, right? So I create a new group every time. Now, okay, that's important. Because it's fine to reuse the same group. And I used to reuse my same group, and my group got up to like 600 people in it. And what I found was, when I would add 50 new people, they wouldn't engage because they're being added to a group of 600 people. So they were intimidated. So, this is all trial and error. So, if something's not working, I mix it up, right? And I still do. I'm always constantly tweaking and mixing things up. So I started creating a new group. And when I found when I added those, 20 people or 50 people to that group, everybody was commenting. So I was like, okay, light bulb, got to start doing that. Okay, let me click on view more comments here. So you can see like every single person that commented. What I do is I click on this mess. See how it says message here? So this will allow you to inbox message a person, send them a message on Facebook. And because they commented on your like page, this only works with a like page, guys, right? So because they commented on your like page, when you message them, it goes into their mailbox, right? Into their messages. It doesn't go into their other folder, their requested message. It goes like right, they can see it, right? So that's a cool thing about a like page. So I message them with the information. And sometimes I'll check their profile first. I'll just click on their profile, make sure they're not a coach, and then I'll message them. And after you message them, you can see this, you can click and see the response. But then I also typically will respond. I'll reply. I'll click reply. And sometimes I'll tag them and I'll say, Randy, like here, hey, Randy, I just sent you a private message. Okay, so I sent him a private message. I tagged him in the comment, and I sent, and I can click right here, and that takes me into my messages. Okay, it's not going to take me right to Randy's message for some reason. But, let's see. I was trying to pick somebody who actually responded. Okay. So basically, I just keep it real simple. Hey, great to hear you're interested in my real food challenge. Here's a link to the group. You can request to join and I'll approve you. Bam. Let me know if you have any questions. And then I get a thumbs up. Yes, please. So, I get her into the group and then I can, discuss more stuff with her. So let me switch you over to the group. Okay, so my group is here. You can see this particular group that, I spent, 50 bucks on. I've got 75 members in it. Now you saw that I only had 62 responses. And obviously, like you guys, I don't get all 62 people to join my group, right? All 62 that commented. I'll message them, I'll tag them. But, maybe I only get half of them. Or maybe I get, a third of them or whatever, right? 2/3 of them, So I get some percentage of them to actually join the group. But then the first thing that I do is I run a contest and I say, whoever invites the most friends, you're going to get a prize from me. You're going to get a $10 Amazon card. So then, from then I had like one girl, one person who invited, like a dozen people, and I had another guy who invited like half a dozen people, and so you get a lot of friends of friends, which is great, right? That's what you're looking for. And then what I'll do is I'll go into the members and I make sure that I friend every single person. So if you can just click right here and you can see friends, right? So what I do is I just go to the members and I send every single person a friend request. You know, some of them won't let you send them a friend request, and if they don't, I send them a message and I just say, hey, thanks for joining my group. Can you send me a friend request? You know, so I do that first thing. Actually, this person right here, I don't know how you say your name, but she's actually from Japan, and I have no idea how I got her in here, but, you know, I targeted the United States, but she's from Japan. So that was pretty cool because she was posting some really interesting, clean eating foods from Japan. So anyway, what I do, it would take me a while to scroll all the way back to the beginning. But, you know, I start off by doing a welcome post, you know, like I do in most of our groups, right? Have people introduce themselves, you know, share a picture or whatever, talk about yourself. And then I share a post and I tell people to invite their friends, right? And I tell them to win a prize. And then I start sharing information about what is clean eating, right? And I tell them like generically. So I don't give people, I know a lot of people will do this, but some coaches will give people an exact plan. Like today you're going to eat, you know, an egg for breakfast and tuna fish for lunch and some chicken and a salad for dinner, you know, and here's your meal plan and here's your grocery list. I don't do that. I do more like Beachbody, you know, it's like, here is a list of good foods that you can eat. You can eat whatever you want. Here's some good, clean, healthy foods. And I give them examples. I give them recipe sites to use that they can start doing the work themselves, right? And then I tell them what not to eat, right? I tell them, you know, we're not going to eat processed foods. We're not going to eat sugar. We're not going to eat, drink alcohol. You know, that's what this challenge is about. So for 10 days, I want you to go without all those bad things, and I want you to do these good things, and you can eat whatever you want, you know. And the cool thing is I tell them that if they post a healthy meal picture once a day, I will give them a prize at the end. A lot of times I don't even tell them what the prize is, and they're all posting pictures. You can see like all these pictures of healthy foods that these people are posting. And I get tons of engagement because they all want the prize. Now, what is the prize? It could be anything. What I typically do is I send them a couple packets of Shakeology. That's their prize, you know? And I just keep track of, you know, who posts every day. So it's pretty simple. And then during the challenge, I load all these up into Buffer or Hootsuite or whatever tool you want to use. I schedule all these posts like, you know, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 7, you know? And you can see I just give them tips or advice, you know, on clean eating, right? What to eat for breakfast. I had a post on fish, right? I shared my favorite fish recipe, you know. You can make up whatever you want for the different days. You know, you can go through the challenge group guides and pull out posts about healthy eating. You know, that's kind of probably what I did to start with when I started this. And then I created these nice little pictures. You know, you can create your own pictures or find pictures that you could use. And then, okay, now the part is, right, you keep them engaged. You're commenting on other pictures. You're private messaging them if they disappear, right, from the group, that type of thing as you go along. But basically, you're just trying to keep everybody engaged for the 10 days, right? Then, okay, today was day 10 for me. So what I did yesterday is I made this post. I said, hey everyone, tomorrow 3 p.m. Eastern time, I will be going live in the group to answer any questions. Remember, tomorrow is our last day, and I want to give you more information about our upcoming challenge as well as help you stay accountable to your health and fitness in the future. You know, and I told them to ask some questions. So basically, you know, one person asked me a question about Advocare, so I didn't get much questions in advance. Today, I reminded them of the broadcast, and then I went live, right? We all know about Facebook Live, right? Go live in the Facebook group. Now, I've done it in the past where I've done a Zoom call, and I've had people join the Zoom call, and I recorded it. That works too. But this time, I actually went live, and it worked out really cool. I had about 3 people that viewed it in real time, and I got a whole bunch of questions. I got questions about coaching. I got questions about the challenge group. I got questions about, you know, how much is Shakeology? You know, got all these questions, which I answered in the video. And I'm going to obviously go back and follow up with every single person. You know, so in this video, what do I talk about, right? It was about 30 minutes, 25 minutes long. I started by answering their question about Advocare. And then I talked about, it's distracting to see myself in that video there. I talked about my story, right? I shared my story with them, right? How I started with a Beachbody workout program, how I lost 40 pounds, how I got off blood pressure medication, how I started drinking Shakeology and why I started drinking Shakeology. You know, and I said, I don't know that much about Advocare, but I do know about Shakeology. I do know that Shakeology is the healthiest meal replacement shake on the market, in my opinion. It has over 70 superfoods, and I'm pretty sure Advocare doesn't have that, you know. So that was my answer to her question. You know, after I talked about that, I talked about our premier group, right? That I run with some of my coaches, right? That's our monthly challenge group. And I invited every single person to join our premier group, right? And basically I told them, you know, I'm going to help you pick out a workout program that you're going to get for free. All you need to do is buy Shakeology, right? And you're going to drink that every day for the 4 weeks. And you're going to do a 30-minute workout program in your house. And I'm going to have this group, which is going to give you tips, advice, prizes every week, accountability, you know, all the things that we talk about with our groups, right? And people were asking questions. People were asking me questions about coaching, all that stuff. But you can see, I mean, I did have a bunch of comments and people that were interested, but I mean, there wasn't that many, okay? It's been seen by 25 people, but there's 75 people in the group, right? So what am I gonna do now is I'm going to go and message every single person tomorrow, right? Because it's the first of the month. So what I will do is I will go through, and I also have a spreadsheet. I think I've shared my spreadsheet with you guys before. Hold on one second, I'll pull it up. Got too many windows in the way here. Okay, can you see that? Can you guys see my spreadsheet? Jody? Okay.
Yes.
Cool. So this one, I don't have very many notes in yet, but you can see, like, basically, here's like the July one, you know, here's the June one. You can see, like, I keep notes on people. I put X's for if they posted, right, a healthy meal every day. And I highlight people that are interested after I respond to them. I highlight people in green who, you know, order and what they order, you know, so basically I will go through and I will message every single person, you know, and, you know, unless they were invited by a coach, you know, that I'm running the group with or whatever, you know, yeah, I do have some coaches in my group, you know, but they're just more observing or participating in the group. But if somebody was invited by one of my coaches, I won't message them. But every single other person, I will message. Now, let's say, you know, this person, let's say, like Amber, she's one of my coaches. But let's say this person, Amoy Davis, he wasn't active, you know. So, you know, maybe I'll just say something like, hey, Amoy, I noticed, you know, you weren't able to participate in the Real Food Challenge. You know, how did it go for you? How did your 10-day challenge go for you? And, you know, normally he'll come back with an excuse like he wasn't able to participate or whatever, right? And then I would say, well, you know, I did post a video, right, yesterday, have you had a chance to look at that about my upcoming challenge? And I'll start talking to him about that. And he'll say, no, I haven't had a chance to look at it yet. And what, you know, he'll ask me what it's about. And so I'll tell him, right? You know, if a person has been able to, you know, participate, especially people who participate every single day. And, you know, like I said, like I tell every single person, like you can win a prize if you post a picture every day, but you can see there are very few people who are going to win that prize. You know, you don't have to worry that 75 people are going to win your prize. That ain't going to happen, you know? So I've got like, okay, one person, I got one. Two, I got two, three, I got 3 people out of 75 that posted every single day, right? You know, those people are going to be the most likely who are going to, you know, want to convert into my challenge, right? So, you know, those type people, I'll message and I'll say something like, hey, thanks for being such an active participant in my challenge group. You were fabulous. I would love to get you to continue your health and fitness in my Premier group. You know, are you interested? Did you have a chance to watch my video? You know, go from there. Now, somebody said like, oh, the first question you always get is, how much does it cost, right? Sure, I get those too, you know? And, you know, what I do is I always come back to, well, you know, it depends. It depends on the program, the option that you pick. You know, and I start just talking to them about the different programs, you know, and their goals. You can't forget that. It's like, you know, well, what would you like to accomplish? Well, you know, why are you interested in the group, right? You know, and then say, well, you know, I'd like to lose 10 pounds or 15 pounds or whatever, or, you know, more, right? And then I'll talk to them about, you know, have you done any workout programs? Are you doing any workout programs? You know, maybe they'll say, no, not really, walking, whatever. So, you know, maybe I'll just recommend like, well, you know, 21 Day Fix is a great program, comes with the portion control, containers, all that, you know, go through the whole explaining what the value of a challenge pack is to them. And, you know, I'll tell them, then I'll tell them, you know, they'll come back with, okay, you know, yeah, I like, you know, typically I'll send them a YouTube video about 21 Day Fix or Country Heat or whatever they're more interested in. I get them to agree to that. Then, you know, they agree that the challenge pack sounds great and they want to enter the group. And then I tell them the price. You know, it's like, well, it's on sale. It's $140. And I tell them that Shakeology normally costs, you know, $130 by itself, but you know, it's on, this bundle is on sale. You get the whole thing for $140, right? And, you know, if you want to offer additional incentives, you can do that as well. You know, like if you want to give a, you know, offer them a, whatever, Fix a cookbook, you know, if they buy it, you know, you can sweeten the deal with that, you know, to get people to convert. So that's what I do. And, you know, this is definitely a way that I use to one, even if I don't get anybody to convert, you know, it's a way that I'm using to expand my warm market, right? So just this month, right, I've added 75 new friends, right? So even if I don't get any sales, I've still added 75 new friends who are seeing my posts every single day, and I'm engaging with them. And even if they don't want to buy a challenge pack, even if they tell me no, not right now, money excuse, whatever excuse, I say no problem. You know, would you like to join my Real Food Challenge again next month? And most of the time they say yes. You know, sometimes it takes people 2 or 3 rounds, you know, before they're ready to take that next step with you. So don't feel bad about that. And so anyway, we have, I think that basically covers everything step by step. I'm sure you guys might have some questions. If you want to take yourself off mute, you can go ahead and ask, and we can go over those.
Greg, this is Erica.
Hey, Erica.
My question to you is, when you create your group, do you make it a private group or a public group?
The group should always be a closed group, right? So that's okay. Not secret, because I want to be able to give the link to people and have them join. Okay. But yeah, one of the posts that I make in the very beginning is I explain this is a private group, this is a closed group, you can post whatever you want, you can ask whatever you want, no one outside of this group will see your post. So yeah, that's a very important question. Yeah.
Hey, Greg, it's Larry.
Yeah.
Maybe I missed it. When you're in the group while you're going along, are you mentioning Shakeology at all? Or you're just sticking to clean food and you bring it up afterwards when you do the follow-ups with people?
No, I do. I am posting Shakeology as one of my clean eating meals, right? And I have a video, way back that I post on day 2, which explains the importance of Shakeology and what this thing is that I'm drinking. I don't pitch it as a sales pitch or whatever. I just say, hey guys, you might see me drinking this shake this week. Let me just explain to you what it is. I say it's not, processed. It doesn't have a bunch of junk in it. I say it's 100% real food, 70 superfoods. If you want to know more about it, just private message me. And I kind of leave it at that.
Okay.
So video is key, guys. So like in case you haven't figured that out, like I sprinkle videos throughout. I post my meal every day, like here. I'm posting my meal. But during the 10 days, typically I'll post 2 or 3 or more videos. Maybe I'll just go live. Maybe I'll have my Shakeology video. It's just a pre-recorded video that I load into Buffer, and I post the same video every time on day 2. But sometimes I'll just go live and talk, in the group. And what that does is, the purpose of the group is to build trust, right? Build trust with people. You're getting these people into the group who you don't know, possibly, right? Or maybe they don't know you as a coach, right? Because you're a new coach. And, they just want to get to know you better. You need to build trust with them. And like I said, sometimes it takes several rounds for them to be able to be ready. And typically what I'll do is, I'll go through, I'll try to convert everybody I can into a challenge pack just by messaging them. And trust me, messaging is key. Like no one ever just comments on my posts and says, give me the link, I want to sign up. That doesn't happen, right? It's only through constant follow-up and messaging, right? And lots of discussion. This is a social media business, right? A social business. And then, what I'll do is next, on the 5th, we start our sneak peek, right? So I'll come back into the group and I'll make a post about the sneak peek. And, even if people aren't interested in a challenge pack right now, I've had this happen so many times. People aren't interested in a challenge pack. They tell me no. And then I post a video about the coaching opportunity, right? And I just tell people that, hey guys, have you ever wondered what I do as a coach, what anybody does as a Team Beachbody coach? I know a lot of you guys are into fitness and health. Would you like to know more about becoming a Team Beachbody coach yourself? I've gotten like literally 10 people from my free group in 1 month to sign up for the sneak peek. And then by the end of the sneak peek, they're ready to sign up as a coach. And of course, they've got to get a challenge pack because they want to become a coach, right? So they've told me no to the challenge pack in the beginning, but when they decide to become a coach, of course they're going to get a challenge pack, right? So I've had that happen so many times. So if you guys are not presenting the coaching opportunity to your free group, you are missing huge opportunity. Okay, what else, guys?
When you do a sneak peek training group, Greg?
What?
Can you do a training on the sneak peek like you're doing on this one for us? Or do you have one already videotaped on YouTube?
Well, we
present it.
We run the sneak peek together, right, as a group.
Okay. Okay, good.
Are you not a member of our sneak peek group?
I have not been a member of your sneak peek group, no.
Oh, okay. Well, you definitely need to join that.
Okay.
I posted in the Engage group a reminder about our sneak peek that's coming up on Monday, and I gave a link. I believe I gave a link to the group. But if you can't find it, just message me.
Okay, perfect.
And we have maybe a half a dozen coaches, and we rotate this. We get other coaches involved in our sneak peek. Do video, we do a series of videos and give them information every single day. And, if other coaches want to get involved in our sneak peek, just, let me know, and we can get you involved in that. So.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. But yeah, that's not just mine. That's we do that together as a team, and there's lots of people involved.
That makes me feel way better.
Yeah. I mean, that's why you don't have to know everything about coaching to present somebody. You know, during the sneak peek, we will do a coach opportunity webinar typically on a Thursday night. And you can just invite people to that, you know, because a lot of times people don't keep up with the group. So just having like an hour-long webinar, people, you know, will tune into and pay attention to. So we got that as well.
Great options. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. All right. I will stop share so that I can see you guys again.
Greg,
Yeah.
whenever you boost the post to the people that like your page, do you also do that only Wednesday through Friday?
Yeah. I'll do the boost, and then I'll do the targeted ad. So I typically have them both going at the same time.
And you found that you've tried it on the weekend versus the weekdays, and
yeah, you don't get nearly as much engagement. You know.
I was told the opposite, so I've been actually doing them on weekends only.
We'll test it out. Maybe your niche is on the weekends more than mine, you know?
Thanks, this was really helpful.
Sure. Now, I do know that like Sunday night is good because people are back home and they're sitting in front of the TV with their phone. So Sunday night's good. You know, Monday and the rest of the week is good. But I found Saturdays not good.
I found Fridays not good either.
Yeah. During the day when people are at work and they're supposed to be working, they're really on Facebook. That one's pretty good. But yeah, not after work. All right, anyone else? So you can see it's pretty easy. And once you do it, right? Once you create the posts initially, you create, you know, your pictures and your content. And like I said, you can steal those from lots of places, right? You can steal those from challenge group guides. You can just Google what is clean eating and you'll find tons of stuff. Once you put together your 10, 12, 15 posts, you're done, right? Then you load it into a program, a scheduler like Hootsuite. I use Buffer. Buffer costs $10 a month. I think they'll let you do one group for free with Buffer if you want to try it out. I can schedule videos, I can schedule posts, I can schedule whatever, right? And then every single month, I can just reschedule the post. That's the great thing about Buffer is I can create a new group and I can just, you know, reschedule all those, you know, 10, 15 posts to the new group. I don't have to re-upload them and reload them or anything like that. Buffer is fantastic for that. So it takes me about, you know, 10 minutes to create a group and schedule all the posts.
Greg, does it say on the bottom, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Does it say on the bottom posted by Buffer? Because it does on Hootsuite.
No, it says it on the top. Like it'll say it's 16 hours - Buffer. But most people don't know what that is, you know.
Okay, that's good then.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a timestamp - Buffer, but that's it.
Okay, sorry to interrupt. Thank you.
No problem. Okay, anyone else? Everyone ready to go do one now?
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to overcome the fear factor, you know, and just do it. And once you do one and, you know, even if it's not successful, like I said, you've added so many new friends. You know, if it's your first one, like I said, post it on your timeline, create an event, invite all your friends, right? But you don't want to keep doing that every single month, right? You don't want to keep creating an event, inviting all your same friends every single month. So after you do that the first time, then start going to your like page and start boosting, right? If you don't have a like page, start working on the like page now. Invite all your friends to like your like page, right? And then start advertising your like page and start getting more likes on your like page. You know, so.
And Greg, you will then, at the end of the month, kick everybody out, close the group, and start a whole new group, correct?
Yes. The last thing I'll do, so after I do the sneak peek post and advertise that, the last thing I'll do is I will say, and basically I'm working on people, for a week or 2 weeks, right? To try to get them into the other group. And after that, I will then say, if I'm starting I'll make a post, I'm starting another Real Food Clean Eating Challenge. It's going to start on September 20th. Does anybody want to join again? Does anybody want to go through it again with me? And, I always get, mainly the active people that can't afford it now. They'll want in, So then I'll add them into the new group, and then I'll go and I'll close the old group.
Greg, when you close that group, are you doing that about the same time you're starting to run your ad and boost it? Are you doing that, a few days prior, or does that kind of all just coincide with everything?
Well, it really doesn't matter when you close it. Like, I still have my July group. No one's posting in it, but I still have it because a lot of coaches, they contact me and they're like, hey, can you add me to your group so that I can see what you did? So I throw them into my July group, my old group, But at some point, I'll go back and delete them because I don't want all those old groups.
Okay.
And remember, I've got everyone in a spreadsheet, so I know exactly what group they were in, what month they were in, and I can go back to all those different spreadsheets and I can follow up with people, especially people who were interested that told me no for a money reason. I can go back to July and to June, and I can follow up with them again every month. That's what I do because I got them all in the spreadsheet, right?
Okay.
There was somebody else that did a free group, and she went ahead and she asked them to sign up for a Team Beachbody account before adding them to the group. Do you do anything like that to get their email address?
No way.
No?
No way. You want to there's nothing wrong with it, but in my opinion, you want to make it as easy to get into the group as possible. Now, I've done it before where I've had people fill out a form, right? That's one way to do it is you could post a link to a form. Hey, fill out this form. Tell me your why and answer these bunch of questions. And to fill out an application to join my free group. Well, that's crazy because you're going to lose so many people in that process. They're going to look at that form and they're going to be like, I got time for this. I just tell them, I make it as easy as possible. I tell them to comment below, and then I send them a private message with the link. All they have to do is click on it, and then I accept them into the group. That simple, because I want as many people to come in as possible, as quickly as possible. I don't want to have them have to do anything. Like, you have to make me your coach, or you have to, fill out this form in order to join my group.
So you're basically working off of Facebook Messenger. You're never getting an email until they actually place an order at that point.
Yeah. I got everybody on Facebook Messenger. Yeah.
You don't check to make sure they're not a coach or with another company, an independent distributor, Plexus, or anything like that?
No, and I get those all the time. I get the Plexus, I get the crazy wraps people, but that's okay because I work on converting them. I tell them, hey, this crazy wrap thing doesn't work. Why don't you come be a Beachbody coach with me to something that actually works, And I get a lot of good discussion from people, one thing that I do, Erica, is I will post one of my posts is here, sign up for my newsletter for healthy tips and eating and stuff like that. And obviously I'm going to give them my newsletter and my, all the Beachbody specials and stuff like that. So I do get a lot of people that sign up for my newsletter and I get their email address. At least the people that are engaged will sign up. But by that point, they're already in the group and they're already interacting with me and seeing my posts and stuff. All right, guys. Well, that's our hour, so we'll wrap it up. Thanks, everyone, for joining. If you have any other questions, you can post them in our Team Engage page, and I can answer them there.
Thank you, Greg.
All right.
Thank you, Greg.
Looking forward to the replay.
All right.